This video takes place starting at March 29th. I finally re-implemented Unity as part of my routine, and my plan is to work on a conjunction of small projects where I can learn a variety of skills. This devlog will highlight a Unity project I've created up until the 5th of April. Before I began with Unity once more, in March 29, my team and I introduced the project from the last devlog that was created for 150 students to develop on its code. This felt really accomplishing. My new idea was to develop a temple run style game with a simple jump mechanic. After creating a small world and a spacebar jump on the player, I initially worked with adding graphics and sound effects to the jump. Then I thought about adding a box collider in the camera to check if the ladder was about to hit something and then move. And after research, trial and error, I managed to present a proof of concept. After I was done, I congratulated myself with an unexpected hangout. In March 30th and 31st, I used my free time after college studies to edit a trailer for the JRPG the team and I made. The reason being that the music from the JRPG will be exhibited by its composer Emmanuel Segarra at the Conservatory of Music in Puerto Rico. The task of editing concluded with me and my friends hitting Sea of Thieves once again. I didn't know exactly where to begin, so I just started map building, aka placing planes around. Eventually, I figured out I should use the graphic assets I once bought, so I decided to make a sort of trigger system that when the player passes through one, the game would instantiate a random hazard. So what I did is I created an object that would contain all the individual trigger detectors, and in my game controller script, I'd go through each detector and ask if the player has touched any of them. If so, then instantiate a random hazard. After like 30 minutes, I managed to do all this, and this is the relative result. Holy sh... Oh, I did it! Holy fuck! That's a fire breath. That's an ice sword. A while back I saw a video by Adam Griu on Twitter where moving the ocean relative to a player causes the illusion that the whole place is covered in ocean. I took this and applied it with a simple follow script similar to the camera controller. I concluded the night by downloading VR Chat and having fun with some friends.
Darling, darling, stand by me. Yo, step on this dog shit. Is this dog shit?
Today I realized the ocean moved along the y-axis, and I don't want that because oceans do not jump when you jump. So basically, the issue had to do with my script updating the ocean position vector completely with the player position vector, including the y-axis that has to do with vertical movement. So I changed the code and fixed it. I've set up to be 0. See, technically, we're Gucci gang, you see that? The next issue I faced was spawning hazards with precise locations and rotations relative to their respective triggers. It spawns relative to the trigger. The trigger is the rectangles. The rectangles, those are the triggers. If you see right here, this rectangle has a Y position a little bit upwards. So when I tell it instantiate the hazard at the same location as the trigger, you'll see it's starting up there. What I'd have to do is move it so that it's effective that down there, you know? So I f***ed around with the prefabs a lot of the effects, so that might have f***ed it up a little bit. Oh no, it did it well. I did that one. Let's see another one. Oh, there you go. There it is. See that? That's cool. So I wanted to beautify the scene a little bit more, and I've always been obsessed with beach scenes in video games. So I went online and I found a cool skybox, learned how to add it, and then boom. So I have an idea. I'm thinking about putting cubes that glow and transition my skybox to get darker. And when it gets darker, then the cubes come out and they just float around and they glow. I'm gonna do that. And then at night, I'm gonna have cubes that glow in the dark going around because why not? This is inspired by Ambient Melancholy, which I saw this video of his Unity progress. So basically now I have a cube that moves up to a point and then it stops. Look. Alright, so this is what we have for now. Fuck! Okay. Take two! The last thing I tried to do is simulate flame intensity with the light that's inside the island. So that was it for this week. I'm really excited to continue learning more after I am done with finals in university. I have a couple of small projects I want to tackle and I can't wait to get started. I'll see you then.